We're talking with Gerald McWhirter. He's with the Mississippi Secretary of State's office. He's in the Public Lands Division of that office. And Gerald, I want to talk with you about 16th section lands today. First of all, let's define that term. What are 16th section lands?
When Mississippi became a state, about 1/36 of all the land that was included in the Choctaw Indian treaties was set aside for public education. This land is owned by the state in perpetuity. It's held in trust, and it is used to generate income to support public schools K through 12. A vast majority of the land is forest land, and it is actively managed for timber production. We have a lot of agricultural leases, and we also have commercial, industrial, and residential leases, or other primary categories of leases.
Well, you touched upon this a little bit, but how are 16th section lands managed? That's a lot of land spread across Mississippi.
Yes, it is. It's about 640,000 acres all told. And the management is through a cooperative effort of the local school boards and the school districts, the Mississippi Forestry Commission, of course, and the Secretary of State's office. The local school districts handle the day-to-day management and leasing operations. The Forestry Commission, of course, handles the management of the forestry. They assist the school district with sales of the timber, also with the replanting and regeneration, and applying best management practices over the growth cycle of the timber. And the Secretary of State serves as supervisory trustee of the 16th section lands. We actively work with the Forestry Commission and the school districts to ensure that there's compliance with the laws and that fair and adequate consideration is received for the leasing of 16th section land.
Well, with all this property, you've got to have some goals, some specific things that you want to accomplish. What are the goals for 16th section land?
Yes, we do. We have very specific goals. Of course, it is a trust, and you have to manage the 16th section land both to produce a good income for the short term as well as to protect it and preserve it so that you'll have income over the long term also. Our goal is to protect the school children who are the beneficiaries of the trust and the taxpayers. We're protecting them from the abuse and misuse of 16th section land. Good management produces good income. The income that's generated from 16th section land stays in the local school district, and every dollar that's generated through good management of 16th section land is a dollar that you don't have to generate through taxes.
Now, again, you work with the Mississippi Secretary of State's office. What does the Secretary of State do to help accomplish the goals that you've outlined?
Well, Secretary Holzman's first goal on becoming Secretary of State was to make all of the 16th section leasing information freely available to the public. And within 90 days of taking office, the information regarding 16th section leases was on the website of the Secretary of State. Anyone can go on our website, www.sos.ms.gov, and see the 16th section leases. They can look at a particular lease and see who is leasing the land, how much they're paying. They can look at particular school districts and see their list of leases, and a wealth of information about 16th section land is freely available on our website. And in addition to that, we have also entered an MOU with the Forestry Commission to improve our working relationship between the Secretary of State's office, the Forestry Commission, and the school district. And we have also worked with the school districts to enter forest management contracts with each of the school districts. Over a majority of the school districts already signed, and they will work more closely with the school district and with our office. We also have two forestry qualified foresters on contract with the Secretary of State's office to assist us in our review of the forest management practices and working with the school districts. And our goal is to make the process more transparent. In public office, everyone is and should be held accountable for the proper management of their duties and their trust. And the transparency, the information that we make available to the public fulfills those obligations, and we strive every day to manage the 16th section lands well and also to improve the management of the 16th section lands. So I think we're going a long way to meeting the goals of accountability, transparency, and protection of the school children and the taxpayer.
All right, thank you very much for this information. Gerald McWhorter from the Mississippi Secretary of State's office.